Tips from the ER. You're drunk. If you're drunk and you get into a potentially life-threatening accident, but you have no health insurance, there's gonna be very little you can fucking say or do to stop us from treating you. Even if you manage to say, I don't want your help, we're gonna assume you can't safely speak for yourself because it has been determined that you are too intoxicated, motherfucker. You are now a danger to yourself and potentially others, and we can't have anyone dying on our conscience. Especially if you had a head injury. We gotta get you a head CT. Make sure you're not bleeding under that skull of yours. I know you need to pee. You've had a lot to drink, but we gotta get the scan first. So don't pee on yourself, or you're gonna be sitting in it. It's gonna suck having to pay for a financially crippling medical bill along with your DUI, but hey, at least you won't be dead. Don't be mad at us, motherfuckers. We just want you to live! Tips from the ER. Nosebleeds. There are a few reasons why you might be bleeding out of your smell holes. Either your nose is super dry, you just got hit in the face, or you forgot to cut your nails before you went digging. Your mama told you it was a disgusting habit. Now look at ya. More blood on you than a used maxi pad. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is pinch that nose shut, lean your head forward, and breathe through your mouth, like this. Hold that position, motherfuckers, for as long as you can. If you tilt your head back or lay down, you're gonna start drinking your own blood. Some of you sick fucks may be into it, but I promise you, your stomach is gonna disagree. A nosebleed isn't typically an ER visit, but if it's out of control, you can come by and we can blow a little balloon into your nose to keep the blood from escaping, or we can burn that nose shut. Whatever it takes to keep that blood inside your head. Tips from the ER. Gunshot wounds, or as we like to call it, GSW. If you've just been shot by a bullet, relax. Depending on where it is and how fast you can get to the ER, you have a decent chance of surviving this. If you've just been shot in the arms or legs, nice. You'll probably make it. Stop the bleeding by holding pressure and get your ass to an ER, motherfuckers. If you've just been shot in the face, you're pretty fucked. Anywhere above the neck, really. Getting shot somewhere between the chest and the stomach gets a little complicated. There's a lot going on there. Check to make sure the bullet didn't go through and through, because if it did, you're going to want to stop the bleeding from the front and the back. It's one of the first things we do. Rip off your clothes and make sure there's an entry and exit wound. No use trying to stop a leak on one side if you're dripping out just as much on the other. We'll get you an IV, get you some saline, maybe a blood transfusion to keep your body pumping, and wish you the best of luck in surgery. You'll probably need it. Tips from the ER. Heat versus ice. If you have just suddenly sprained or fractured a part of your body, do not put fucking heat on it. Heat will cause more blood to flow to the injured area, increasing swelling and increasing your fucking pain. For a sudden fracture or sprain, use ice. Ice will decrease the pain and swelling by forcing blood to flow away from the injured area. Repeat after me. Heat make blood come to, ice make blood go away. Ready? Heat make blood come to, ice make blood go away. There you go, motherfuckers. Heat is typically saved for chronic or nagging pain that just won't go away like an ache. Use ice for sharp pains or whenever your muscles get put under a lot of stress like a physical activity. But never put ice directly on your skin, motherfuckers, or you're gonna get a frostbite trying to heal that broken ankle. Another good rule to remember, always wrap it up before you use it. Tips from the ER. COVID vaccine, part 2. Guess who just got their second dose? That's right, motherfuckers! It's been exactly 24 hours, and since then, I feel fantastic. I love vaccines. I think they work. For those of you who disagree, what do you think happened to polio, smallpox, tetanus, measles, mumps, rubella, pertussis, hepatitis, diphtheria, rotavirus? You think they all just woke up one day and decided to stop killing you and your kids? Or did we get vaccinated? If you're one of the ones that says you never got vaccinated and that you feel fine, that's because the rest of us got vaccinated and prevented anything from spreading to you. That's how it works. You're like the kid on the group project that does nothing, shows up at the end and goes, see guys, told you not to worry, everything's fine, we got an A. Yeah, because we did all the work. We made sure to look out for ourselves, which fortunately or unfortunately benefited you. You're welcome, motherfucker. Tips from the ER. Baby boo-boos. It's a joyous moment when your baby starts walking. You've been waiting for this day since you saw little Becky come out between those legs. And now look at her go. Touching, licking, tasting everything she can get her miniature little hands on. But a walking baby also means they're 1,000 times more likely to hurt themselves. Whether they split their chin open on a coffee table, break an arm jumping off the couch, or slice their face in two running into the TV stand. You gotta watch them like a hawk, motherfuckers. If not, you're gonna end up in the ER holding that screaming baby down while we try to close up whatever open cut is currently occupying your mini-me's cute little face. And when I say hold, I mean really hold. It may take 2 to 3 of us to keep him still, but we gotta make sure your baby doesn't move an inch or we're not going anywhere near that injury. If this seems cruel and makes you uncomfortable, you're more than welcome to wait outside, because the last resort would be to tranquilize him with a special medication called ketamine, aka horse tranquilizer. If it'll work on a horse, it'll work on a baby. Tips from the ER. Oxygen. When you come into the ERs, we like to measure how much oxygen is in your body. We measure this by percentage, and the hope is that you are 95% and above. Anything close to an A-, and you're gonna get some oxygen, motherfucker. We're kind of like Asian parents when it comes to this stuff. If it's not an A, you best believe we're gonna do something to make it an A. Thanks to COVID-19, a lot of you have been coming in way below 90, and we can't get enough oxygen in you to save your life. We gotta call the respiratory therapist to bring down their fancy equipment that shoots oxygen up your nose with the power of a leaf blower. This is called high flow O2. We gotta get lots in ya and fast, or your brain's gonna stop working. If you can imagine, this uses a lot of oxygen, and it's happening so frequently these days that I can't believe I'm about to say this, hospitals are running out of oxygen. That's right, motherfuckers. I didn't think it was possible either, but you refused to stay at home and isolate. You wanted your freedom. You said, give me liberty or give me death, and by all means, you're gonna get one. Tips from the ER. Bloody taste. We've all been there as a child. You cut your hand or your finger open doing God knows what. You start to bleed and your first instinct is to put it in your mouth and suck it. Some of you still have this dirty habit, but we won't judge. If you've ever tasted blood, either your own, someone else's, or a wild animal's, you'll notice that it has a weird taste to it. Kind of like licking a metal pole. But why does your blood taste like metal? I'll tell you why, motherfuckers. It's because it contains lots of iron. Not enough to make you a Marvel superhero, but you're definitely closer to being Tony Stark than any other Avenger. He's the best one anyways. The iron in your blood helps move oxygen throughout your body, so that when you breathe in all that delicious O2, it's not just stuck in your lungs. Think of your iron as like the Uber drivers, and the oxygens are the passengers, waiting to get picked up to go to work. Tips from the ER. Kidney stones. If you've ever felt the pain from a kidney stone, God bless you. Those things can't hurt more than getting kicked in the nuts with a steel-toed boot. A kidney stone is basically a sharp rock trying to push its way through a tiny tube in your body. Think of it like a Rubik's Cube trying to push its way through a garden hose. The stone forms when your urine is too thick with crap. One way to prevent this is to dilute your urine by drinking more water. It's always good to hydrate, motherfuckers. If you come into the ER, the first thing we have to do is scan around your kidneys to make sure it's a stone. If it's small enough and you're still functioning properly, we send you home with a strainer and wait for you to pee it out. Make sure to catch it and send it back to us. We want to see it. If it's too big or the pain is unbearable, you got options, motherfuckers. Number 1, pulverize it from the outside using a strong sound wave to break up the stone. 2, stick a small telescope up your urethra to scoop it out. Or 3, cut you open and surgically remove it. Tips from the ER. The Q word. Medical workers in the ER are very superstitious and are most triggered by the Q word. If you come into the ER and it's a little eerie because we have no patients and everyone is calmly sitting, don't you dare comment on it. Specifically, don't say the Q word! Ask anyone in the ER and they'll tell you it's a proven fact that saying the Q word is a green light for anarchy and disorder to descend upon the ER and